In the 30 years that I have been doing research on the brain, on the mind, on performance, on disruption, I have not found a more profound lesson than the one I'm going to give you right now. How do you bulletproof yourself in life, in your marriage, in your relationships? Every day that you don't keep your promises, especially with yourself, you are literally breaking down your self-image. You are breaking down your character. You are breaking down your self-worth. Our problem is that we spend all of our lives getting our respect and our acceptance and our love and our like external to ourselves. The funny thing is that in life, in order to get people to be responsible and take ownership and accountable, the funny thing that we do is we always need contracts and policing. Therein lies the big problem in the world, is that you can't just have a person who looks at you and goes, I'm going to do that for you. And you can count on it. You'll find companies that really, really do well, have real firm people who hold people accountable, but they're extremely fair, extremely magnanimous. So they've got the kindness, they've got the acknowledgement, they've got that side. But on this side, there's a strong accountability in the organizations. I'd rather be governed by one lion than 1,000 mice. And that's a little management principle there. People thrive when they know that their manager and their senior team are firm but fair. So rectitude means moral or correct behavior. I said it, I did it, okay? Rectitude says, when nobody is watching, I do the right thing. And why do I do the right thing? Because nobody's watching, but I'm watching. The BS part of the brain will always justify, yeah, but we can do it tomorrow. Yeah, but I'm busy. Yes, but the client can wait. Yes, it's not the end of the world, but I will get to it another time. And that tries to justify and rationalize why you didn't do it. Now, just look at the word rationalize. People love to rationalize. Get this, listen to this. To tell rational lies. Get that? Well, what you don't realize, so that's a real lie. You cannot lie to yourself, because no matter what story you tell yourself, why you didn't exercise yesterday, your subconscious mind knows that you are not a person who can be trusted and relied upon because you don't keep your promises. Because the best way to teach kids accountability, responsibility, like, love, acceptance is when they watch you do what you said you were going to do. When I speak to kids and when I talk to parents about parenting, get your kids to keep their word. So a simple thing, the small kids, 4 or 5 year old, get them to make their bed. Now, making their bed's not like the old days. It's basically pulling the duvet straight and putting the pillow straight. Now, the reason why we ask kids to make their beds is because it's the focal point of the room. And if you get a child to make their bed, they feel a big sense of accomplishment. Because if you just make your bed and you step back, the room looks a hell of a lot better. Okay? But what you have to do is you have to make sure that your kid makes the bed. Why? Because you've got to hold them accountable. Because now there's boundaries, there's limitations, they know what they must do, but every single day they do and they keep their promises, they start building themselves, or they start believing in themselves, they start trusting and liking themselves. So when something is promised, you've got to see it through. When you say, if you do that, you're going to be disciplined, you have to discipline, because you've got to become a person of your word. Have you got it?